Hello guys, and this is gonna be a hobby update, and I'm recording this on the 1st of April 2024. And I will be doing this hobby update on Mondays now instead of Sunday. I'm basically previewing last week's progress. And this last week I actually did a lot. Painted a bunch of orcs, and they're not done. But I mean, I like how they have turned out, at least the skin on a lot of them. And my orc army, the only thing that's gonna basically keep them coherent is basically gonna be their bases. And I'm also trying some things where I just paint the base instead of adding sand, like on this guy, just to see if there is a way. I guess I'm not really putting like super much effort into them, but I'm liking how they're going. And it's also fun to just paint a complete ragtag group. For example, I also painted this grot. Obviously the boot's gonna have to switch colors, but other than that I'll say he's pretty much done. Only need to paint his boots. And well, I guess this is an orc that I painted during a live stream, but what I did do is the base. So that's it. Then paint a little bit of this cargo, and basically what I did was the base and the pinks and the browns, and the greens were already there from some time ago, and I'm just painting. I removed his fire, gonna make him a bit of like a poisonous sluggish thing. Also painted this Laron to try and make it a bit more of like a dirty Laron rather than the crisp clean, while still keeping, you know, the color scheme the same. And I actually like how he turned out. This was like, I think 15 to 20 minutes of work, you know, including the base, and I like him. He's done. So this right here is done. Then a little bit of progress on just some Chaos Warriors. Basically did a little bit on the capes, and I've just thrown some random things on the shield when I had paint on my palette, and there was a little bit of paint left. I just threw it on these guys. And there's one more thing I've done. This Penitent engine. Okay, no comment on that, but yeah, I mean the base, sand, and just painting at random. This guy is not gonna be the same as my Astra Militarum, which is basically my real army. They're all on these types of bases. This is just a one-off model, just to paint, have a little bit of fun, try things out. I really liked how the red skin ended up on this guy. It is just, I first just did basically brown. I did just a brown paint. Well, specifically this right here, and all the Games Workshop just brown. I then did I think a null Agras Earthshade wash, doesn't matter. Then I use an antithesis red paint. If I can find it. It should be right in front of me. This right here. And that's how he ended up. And I like how that looks. Then some Talarn sand just on certain places, you know, since I did the base with that, so I did all the things that are gonna be like bone colored or whatever. Might as well do them. And we'll see how this guy ends up. Like, it's another one where it's kind of like, you have a little bit paint left, just throw it on whatever parts on this guy. Because this is not this is like a resin version of this. So yeah, and I mean, I dropped him during the live stream of the episode 20 of my Let's Play of Pokemon Rootail Ruby. I dropped this guy and this arm broke, so I just glued that back. It broke here and there, so it basically came into 3 parts that I glued back, and it's probably stronger than it used to be. And yeah, also added this rock right here to stabilize his leg, just make it better. So that's what I've done. For last week's hobby update. What I'm gonna continue doing right now is that I'm gonna probably finish these orcs. Then I might go and paint a few guardsmen maybe. That's the plan for next week. But who knows? Whatever I feel like is what I'll paint.